This is Jackie, and I'm here with Polyenso at day 2 of the 15th anniversary of Bonnaroo, trying to stay cool in here. At least out here we're all wearing our light-colored clothing. We're pretty good.
Except for Danny.
Well, you know what? You'll learn. It's okay. It's okay. Tell me about your latest release, Pure in Plastic.
Just released April 1st, which was my grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma. We worked for 3 years on the record, nonstop in the studio. We got a really unique situation to where we had open doors to a recording studio for as long as we wanted, which is a musician's dream. So we just went crazy with it and came out with, a bunch of tracks, got it down to 10, and it's so far our masterpiece. So we're excited to play it for people, yeah.
What's one song that you feel best represents your sound on your new album?
That's a good question. I think if I were to name one song, ooh boy. I think Not My Real Life has a good pull of kind of all the different instrumentations that we would use. It has kind of the rhythm that we like to use. It's not necessarily just a synthesizer-based song. Yeah, I think that might be it, but I could think again harder. And
Tomorrow it could be a different answer.
Yeah, it might be,
So with 3 years in the studio, how does a song come about? How is a song born? Is it born from an idea, a melody, a song lyric? How does it come about?
It's different methods. I think that's what we learned is, we come from the background of sitting in a garage and playing music. When we come to this kind of way of writing music, it could be me working on my phone and coming to the table with an idea. It could be Alex coming up with a melody. It comes from everywhere, I think.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and when we were in the studio, since we had a little bit written before we got there, but not much. So Denny would come in with a groove, or like you said, a melody or an idea, and we would start layering on top until it became this thing, and it would just become a song. So we had never really played any of it live until a few months ago. So this was a big thing for us, yeah. It was
Surprise! And I hear that you like to use some sort of kind of unique objects to make your sounds. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, anything really, once you get into sound design and stuff like that, and you hear it in movies, it's kind of a curse because you're everything is a sound, so you want to just see what you can get out of whatever. So he got this little candle holder and dipped it into a thing of water, and it made this cool. A lot of people do it, it's just actually having the initiative to find your own thing to make your own sound, really.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of times where we'll have ideas in our heads, and I think every musician does this. You'll hear the song in your head before you record it, and we didn't realize, like you said, we came from playing music in a garage where most people come from, and you don't really think much outside of what you can do physically there. But once we got into the studio and we got in that dynamic, it's we could make any noise sound like anything we want. So we're raiding the kitchen for spoons and bowls and anything that sounds weird and messed up. So
I still have a spatula in my stick bag. Oh, and we lost the stick bag.
You had a spatula. We'll get a new spatula.
I had a spatula.
The Walmart's across the street. You'll be fine.
It's cool to play a hi-hat with it. Yeah.
All right, I like that creativity. So how is the Polyenso project sort of the next step or the evolution from your previous project in Oceana?
Oh, man.
It's definitely different.
It's definitely different. I think it was just growing up.
Yeah, and also when we all got together, at least Alex, Brennan, and I, the band was already established. So from the get-go, we were kind of doing karaoke, at least me and Brennan. So the first time we actually got a chance to be free into our own creative way in Oceana with Clean Head, but that was still holding on to something. We weren't fully, we were okay, we still care about the fans, and we always do, but as far as transition, it's the whole, how they did the iPhone 1, and they had to get you to iPhone 7 with the transition, you know what I mean?
I like that.
We had to kind of walk through it ourselves, and really for the fans, because honestly, we would have lost a lot, but gained a lot as well, so it's just way, way, way different,
Yeah.
So you're the better version of that. I like that. That's a really great analogy.
It keeps getting better, we never stop learning, but I think when we all got together and we decided, okay, this is what we want to do, it was kind of limitless. On top of that, being in a studio where we don't have to literally be limited to oh, here's a riff, and I have to play to the riff, it was just very, very organic,
Speaking of organic, what can fans out there expect from your live set?
Oh, I'd give this one to Brennan.
Well, I didn't
hear the question. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
What can fans expect from your live set?
What can they expect from our live set? Here at Bonnaroo or in general?
Either one.
Well, we played last night, so hopefully they, I don't know if hopefully they enjoyed it. But I think to expect from our live set, really just kind of an all-around sound of, us really trying to perform the record, how it sounds when you listen to it at home, or but also adding in kind of a live aspect to that. Just, a lot of low end and a lot of crazy synths going on, and then, just pretty much trying to aim for the record.
And so how is playing a big festival like Bonnaroo different from playing a more intimate club gig?
A lot of listeners, I think.
Come on up here.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's just I think the fact that people are really here for an immersive experience. You know what I mean? Like they come with their ears open, fully ready to hear something new, especially that stage. It's the new music on tap, so people are coming to hear something new. I mean, there were a lot of people singing, the words up front, which really surprised us. That was really amazing. But it's, not that people don't go to club shows to hear, but people here it's immersive. It's ridiculous. Like, you're living in music. So it's cool to play. It was cool to play for people that were ready like that,
On the first day.
On the first day.
So they're hungry for it. You know what I mean? That was cool.
So what are some other shows that you're playing this summer?
Oof.
Nothing on the books.
Nothing.
We just got done with a huge tour. We played the biggest venues to the biggest crowds we've ever played. We played sold out Webster Hall, thanks to Paris, who took us out. They sold it out. We didn't. But we got to play to their crowd, who showed up at 7 o'clock. The house was packed at 7 every night. And yeah, so that was incredible. Hopefully we can, parallel that.
Do some more of that. Yeah, absolutely. So in 2016, the music industry is much different from perhaps when you all got started.
Totally.
What does success look and feel like for you as a band in 2016? Because record sales used to be sort of the benchmark.
Right. I think that's all more. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think now, we've been feeling some success just from knowing that people are on this tour specifically driving out from very far away to come to the shows.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe smaller amounts of people coming out, but just the sheer kind of diehard fan already kind of aspect is crazy to me. I don't know. I'm a little lost on this one. You go ahead.
No, like you said, we had people drive. We played El Paso, Texas, which I don't think Polyenso has never played El Paso, Texas. We had people drive 8 hours from Mexico to be at that show. That didn't even speak English. Denny had to translate. It was incredible. So I think that's what it's all about, the show at this point, because like you said, record sales it doesn't really equate anymore to success. So it's all about, you can have as many Spotify spins as you want, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's the show. That's why this type of thing is so important, And
I want to say, I truly believe in content. James Lano is our eye.
Yeah.
And I believe now in 2016, with the attention span of the listener, content is very important.
For sure. He's our photographer, branding consultant, everything. So everything you see on our social media, he's driving it. So you're right.
It's truly the only reason why we even have a presence. We're here because of our content, and we thank James Lano for that.
Right. For sure.
So what's up next for you guys after Bonnaroo?
Making money to get back on the road.
Yeah,
to do
we
it.
go back to real life at home for a little bit, try and reconvene and see where all this amazing stuff takes us. We just had a song in a new Apple iPhone commercial, and we're seeing some heat from that. So hopefully that keeps snowballing in the right direction, and we're able to get back out. Our van blew up in California, so that's on the list.
Yep,
get a new van, and keep doing this.
Excellent. Well, good luck with the new van. Stay tuned for much more from Polyenso. This is Jackie. Thanks to In the Key of Change and Chorus.fm.